hello. Let me make sure I get this right. Perfect. Okay. Who do we have? Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, good. All right, so we have Jen O and Deanne. Hi, Deanne and Janine and Kim. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hello, everyone. I have my cup in tow. Look, I have my Bucky's cup. Very excited. Hi, Sue Ann. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Eugenia and Stephanie. Hello, Karen. Hello, hello. Emma and Penn and Michelle. Okay, so I have my Bucky's cup that I got on my trip home from Florida. Hello, Christine. Welcome in. And Joyce. So good. Hello, Michelle. Welcome in. And Tracy and Jane and Genevieve. A blanket hello to everybody. I turned the well, not even a notification. I posted that I was doing the live less than 20 minutes ago, I think. Just got home from work and I decided to put it on. So here we are. Hi, Tammy. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Hello, Kimberly. You brought your knitting. I hope that's okay. By all means, bring all the things. Hi, Karen H. Thank you so much for your thummies, guys. Please don't forget the thummies. Hello from Nanady's Crochet. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee, caramel macchiato creamer. It doesn't get any better than that. It's where it is. I mean, we all have our cup of tea. We all have our choice of coffee. But for me, Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee in the Bucky's cup. So now I can have a hot cup of coffee the entire time we're together. Hi, Roy. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So what are we talking about tonight? So I have some yarn. I have a yarn purchase that I want to share with you guys. I didn't want to wait until the podcast because I actually want to use this yarn for a project. So I want to jump right into it. I also want to talk about my beanie that I released on the channel. So this one right here, you guys have seen it, maybe, I don't know. Has anyone made this yet? So this here is the Forever Friends. Beautiful, beautiful ribbing there. Forever Friends, yes. And as you can see, we have the knotted half double 3 times. Hello, Amelia. Welcome in. This is the Oya beanie. Yes, the official Yarn Addict beanie. It's one of a series that I'm going to have on my channel. I actually think that the beanies that I make for my channel are going to go under that Oya trademark line situation there because, you know, this is Juan the Yarn Addict, and I thought, well, if I'm going to make beanies for my channel, it's going to be one of my official Yarn Addict beanies. And so, yeah, it's going to be an Oya beanie, and then next to it, it'll actually be the name of it. So, like, this one is an Oya beanie, but it's Forever Friends. So I thought it would be a really great way to just tie in the channel with a beanie. Hi, Brenda from BYC Crochet. Hello. Snowy Cats. Hello. Thank you, guys. If you haven't checked this out, please do. It's a really nice pattern. It goes very quickly. It doesn't eat up a lot of yarn at all. And it's really fast and fun and easy. Hi, Krista. Welcome in. Hello, Carol from the UK. Actually, I just slapped it on and not paying attention. So yeah. Hello, Patrick. Welcome in. You're still plugging away on your shawl for all. That's awesome. So good. The color is just really, really nice. Super nice. And again, if you like, I don't know if I mentioned this, but you know, this here measures 8 inches, but if you need a bigger beanie, just continue repeating the things. You know, that's the fun part about this is that, you know, when you have a repeat, just continue repeating the repeat until you get the size that you want, you know. Thank you so much, Fran, for watching it, and you made it and you love it. I love that. But yes, the yarn that I used was a new to me yarn. I spoke about it in the tutorial and it feels different. It's recycled cotton and recycled polyester in one, so it's got a different texture to it. I don't know if you guys can see that up close, but it's got like a different texture to it. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. The next thing I want to share with you guys is I am embarking on my sock journey. So I don't have a pattern that I'm using for my socks. I'm making socks. I'm crocheting socks. And I have it in my trusty little bag here. This was gifted to me by Bridget, and Queen's Crafts by Bridget, I believe the name of her channel is. But this was last year she gifted me this bag. I still have it, and I'm using it for my sock yarn. So it's a really nice bag, and on the inside here we have little yarn balls. And then on the outside we have jellyfish. Hi Fuzzy Butt. Hi. Hello, hello. Welcome in. It's a beautiful fabric. Love this bag. It's so nice. So the yarn that I'm using is Premier's Wool Select. It's Wool Select Jacquard Sock. It's 218 yards, 200 meters, 1.76 ounces at 50 grams, and they are suggesting a 3.75 millimeter hook. Hello, Sean, welcome in, and Sharon, hello from the UK. Well, from Delaware, but hello to the UK. Oh, so anyway, I really enjoy those colors there. I like looking at them. Rainforest is the colorway. Rainforest. All right, so here it is. Here is what I have so far. All right, I'll set that there. So right now, this is what I have. So this here is the ribbing. I'm working the top down. Hello, the Crafty Puerto Rican and Adele and Debbie. Hi, Debbie12. Welcome in. So this is what I have so far. And mind you guys, my foot is a size 14. So my sock is going to be pretty substantial. It's going to be pretty substantial. So anyway, a 3.75 millimeter hook. So I'm using the recommended hook size. And this is the ribbing at the top of the sock. So then I'm doing 10 rounds of ribbing. And then I'm going to go ahead and go into my stitch, which I believe is going to be a half double crochet. So there's that. And I'm using the 3.75 clover hook. And if you're familiar with the clover hooks, it's pink. It's a pink hook, 3.75. Hello, Laura's Block Ministries. Welcome in. So I'm using this size for this. Anyway, if I'm successful, I've been taking notes. So 60 stitches in the round, and I'm doing double crochet, front post double crochet in the round. And that's the texture that I'm getting. Very, very nice. Love it. I only have one other skein of it, so if I need more, I'll go ahead and get more. I thought one per leg should be good. We'll see. So, socks need negative ease to stay up. That is okay. Well, that's good to know. Good. Luckily for me, I have very thick calves. No need to worry. I have man calves. They're huge. They're like ham hocks. They're pretty big. So I think by all accounts, this will hug very nicely. But I'm going to take your suggestion, and what I'm going to do my decreases to make it nice and tight, but not too tight in the round. So there's that. And I do have another colorway here. This one is called Desert Vista. So if I'm successful with that, I may try this. You just need ankle socks? Well, I'm going to try this first. And I'll see what happens with this. But Yes, Desert Vista is this one. And I have two here. I'm thinking one per foot. So Samantha Stewart, hello to you. We are not doing Boggy Creek tonight. So yes, stay tuned for that. It'll happen on Nancy's channel. Okay, just letting you know. Um, you know, I figured why not try? I mean, I've never made socks before, but I know how to crochet, right? And I thought, well, let me play with the hook, let me play with the yarn and see what happens. Hello, Alicia, welcome in, and we'll see what happens. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It may be a complete flop, but I'm going to test this out and I'm going to tell you guys all the things. But I think what I'm going to do, you see how it's curving up here? I think what I'm going to do is flip it inside out and then do some solid stitches, some reinforcement stitches to kind of like make it flat up here. So we'll see. It's thin yarn. It's a super fine number 1. It's a number 1 yarn. And yes, so like I believe it's a 4-ply or a 3-ply. It's very thin yarn. So no boggy until May. That is correct. I was notified while I was at work. Hello, Billy Joe Smith. Welcome in. And Roberta, hello, hello. So I'm not sure how the heel portion is going to work out, but I'm going to try and do reinforcement stitches, maybe like the thermal stitch, or probably do some like ribbing, but like single crochet, or maybe like a clustered single crochet, like a knotted single. I don't know. I'm going to play with the stitches and see what I come up with. But we'll see. I'll keep you posted. But I wanted to show you guys some of my other sock yarn that I have here in stash. Hi, Robin. Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in from South Africa. I love that I have a viewer from South Africa. Thank you so much for being here. I love it that you come. Hello, Beth. Welcome in. You've knitted socks, never crocheted any. Well, I would love to learn how to knit socks, but I figured since I know how to crochet, let me start there and then work to the other side. We'll see. Like I said, these socks may completely flop. I don't know. But there's only one way to find out, and it's to give it a shot and see what happens. You know? 228 in the house, 232. And climbing. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so let me show you these. Now, these here are cotton collage. Now, I don't necessarily know if they are in fact sock yarn, but based on the ingredients that's in here, it's 46 cotton. This is 46 cotton, 33 superwash fine merino wool, 12% polyamide, and 9% PBT. There's some stretch to this, so I'm thinking cotton socks. Well, cotton / superwash merino. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try the things. They're suggesting again a 3.75 millimeter hook for this, which, because of how thin it is, I'm surprised. I would have gone a lot smaller, maybe like a 3 or a 2.75. It's really, really thin. It's a number 1. It's really, really thin, but the colorway is beautiful. It's called C Multi, and this is Premier's Cotton Collage. It's beautiful. And I have 2 again for that. For some reason, I'm thinking 1 skein per foot. So yeah, it's a really, really tiny yarn. It doesn't help that I have huge hands, but I would imagine like if I had normal size hands, it would still be small, right? So anyway, there's that one. I think you're gonna like this colorway next. So this one here is called Circus Multi. Look at this. Circus Multi. Hi, Amy. Hi, Eleanor. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you all. So Circus Multi, and let's say 246 yards of yarn here. 1.75 ounces at 50 grams. Again, something like this would be like sock yarn. So Yes, and look at this, guys. The clover hook for the size is pink. You know, I wish they were chunky weight, worsted weight. I would do all the things with this. I love this colorway. I'll give you a close up. It's gorgeous, right? Good morning, Helen. Welcome in. We have an international house tonight. I absolutely love it. We have people from all over the place watching. Thank you so much for being here, as always. Whether you're next door or on the other side of the globe, thank you for tuning in. So I have two, one for each foot. Can you crochet with the blink snatchers? I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to see what happens. I don't know. Stay tuned. Can you imagine? Ah, gorgeous colors. Hello, the Heat Therapist. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Now, last but not least, in terms of like the sock yarn, isn't one of the puzzle yarns similar? Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between them when it comes to these cotton collages, just because of like, I don't want to say the texture, but the marled colorway. It's really interesting. However, I have Patton's Croy socks. Now, the funny part about this, guys, is this yarn is thicker, but it's suggesting a smaller hook, 3.25 millimeter hook. It's just a slightly smaller hook, but it's a thicker yarn. Next to this, the cotton collage. So this is the cotton collage, and this, see the difference in the yarn? Even though the thicker yarn, they're suggesting a smaller hook. I thought that was pretty strange, but to each their own, you know? You know, so we'll see. Don't know. Like, I've already tried crocheting and I've ripped it out. Didn't really like it. You're from Wisconsin? Well, welcome, welcome. You're seeing me here in Delaware. I call it Nowhere, Delaware, because the state is so small you drive right past it. It's at the smallest point, it's only 8 miles wide. That's it. Before you know it, it's done. Before you know it, it's over. All right, so I'm going to put my sock situation back in this wonderful bag. Let me flip this inside out and show you. A blanket hello to everyone. I want to make sure that I acknowledge all of you guys coming in. So there is that. Look, let me show you the inside of this. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I wouldn't say this is necessarily pink. I want to say it's like a shade of purple. I'm not sure. So, hello, Jess. Hello, hello. And Tika Crafts. Hello from Virginia. Hello, neighbor. Hi, Sky. Welcome in. And this is called a queen bag. That's okay. Love it. So, orchid. Thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate that. It's orchid. Does that mean my hook is orchid? Or no? Let me see. Do I? No, that's pink. Let me see. No, this is definitely pink. That's definitely orchid. Oh my goodness gracious. Just popping in to say hi. Well, hello to you, Leonie. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us. So there is that. All right. So let me take another sip of my coffee. Looks more lilac. Yeah. So no, it's cotton. It's a cotton bag. And it's lined. Very, very nice. Yes, it's orchid with a Barbie pink hook. I need to find another 3.75 hook. I have this aversion to pink. Certain shades. But you guys know that about me already, so it's fine. And many of you guys, I forgot to mention, I did the coffee and cake with wine yesterday. Many of you guys mentioned to me that this yarn right here was called Bon Bon. And I believe you guys are 100% correct. This is probably an older skein, but this is not discontinued yarn. This is very much well and alive and in most of the Walmarts. But I want to tell you that this is an older skein because the yarn is very thick, very dense. Do I like vintage Dunkin' Donuts? I don't know how fresh a vintage Dunkin' Donuts would be. I would like the vintage cups if they had them or anything like that, you know? Anyway, this is a great colorway here. I love it. It's got that cobalt blue and the various pinks. These pinks here I can get into. The magentas and the fuchsia, very, very nice like that. But it's like the muted pinks, the dusty pinks, I'm not really too keen on that. But if you give me this, we're good. Or if what's on Sasha right here, that's really good too. Hi Penny, welcome in. Tell Brad I said hello. Who else loved this? Listen. Banana berry, right? This is so, so good. Oh, I wish I were a fish and I could get all the things, right? Let's see. Juan, when can I see you crochet a striped polo shirt for summer? So stay tuned because there's something I have on the hook. I'm making it with Kieran bamboo. It's a variegated yarn and I am doing it this way. So yes, I started it about 4 days ago and it's a cream and it's a brown and a gray and it's a men's top that I'm working on right now. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm working on the back piece right now. So I have this rule that I don't show anything until it's done. I can speak to it, but I can't really show you until it's done, but I am working on it. So there is that. Hello to everyone coming in. Thank you so much for coming. Vertical stripes are slimming, especially when they're in different colors. Or all black, right? So, but if it's for the summer, we definitely don't want black. We want lighter colors, but since brown is like the color, one of the colors of 2025, I wanted to include brown in it. Yes, that is correct, Leone. When I took a closer look at it, I noticed that, yeah, there was a difference in those colorways. I didn't know what I was thinking. But yes. One, how do you feel about making a project with blank? Well, I do have in all of my stash, okay, not including what I have in this corner up here. Let me see if I can angle the camera and show you guys. Hold on. Okay, so you guys can see that right there. That's the pink that I have, but that's not what I'm talking about. So the other pink, like the powder pink, in all of my stash, I only have one skein of powder pink and it's right over there. And I'm gonna put it into a boggy blanket and I'm gonna use white and like a pastel variegated colorway to make a boggy blanket. And then officially I will have no pink in my house outside of what's in that cubby. And I like that for me. So that's how I feel about the pink. Oh, I see lots of hearts. What's happening? Oh, wait a minute. Let me scroll back because I can't. All these hearts. That means something. Hold on. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Totally see it. All right. So anyway, moving on. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek on one of the patterns that I sat here and designed. I did it right after work, record time, 10 minutes. You guys want to see what I came up with in 10 minutes? Sure you do. I don't have a name for it yet, but this is one of a handful of different patterns. So I have this one. It's in orange, but this is just one of the patterns that I've come up with. I'm just oogling and googling at it. So anyway, fast, fun, easy, and simple is the name of the game. I want people to be able to take these patterns and make blankets and choose any color of yarn you want. You just make the blankets for the kids, right? We don't need complicated patterns when it comes to making boggy blankets for the kids. So far, I want to say almost every pattern that has come out has been A plus, like fast, fun, and easy, and I want to continue on doing that. So if it's fast, fun, and easy, it shouldn't take me a long time to come up with a pattern. So yes, I want to give everyone options when you guys are making boggy blankets. And since I do design patterns, I figured why not come up with this. So yeah, it's a simple square. 40 inches is all you need, right? It's just a few rounds of a repeat. I will be doing a very fast, fun, and easy tutorial for this. It's very easy, guys. But again, I want to give you guys options, right? You guys can bang it out, use any yarn that you have in stash, and just be glad that you can, like, and you know what? It doesn't always have to be for boggy if you don't want it. You can actually make this and keep it for yourself or donate it to a local charity or whatever you want, you know? So it's completely up to you what you want to do with it. But I do really enjoy making these. I did one last night. Oh, I did design a blanket last night. I even gave it a name. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna wait to release the name, but it's yeah. It's very funny. Anyway, I'll wait to release the name on that one, but I'm making them left and right. I'm doing all the things because I'm going to make a little collection for you guys so that you can thumb through it and then just pick one that you want. They're not always going to be in the round. I'm doing back and forth ones, and I'm going to be doing rectangle ones. So I want to give you guys options because, again, you may not want to make these for Boggy Creek. You may want to make these for you. And you may want to make them for your nieces, your nephews, for a friend, for someone at church or someone down the street. Doesn't matter. Yeah, fast, fun, and easy. And then can you imagine having a little collection of these blankets that you can thumb through and you have them all in one place? I think that would be amazing. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I'm trying to think, should I name it? We may get tired of this Oya thing, but it's Official Yarn Addict. It's kind of the brand of my channel, you know? So I was thinking about my Oya blanket collection for Boggy Creek. And it's just going to be this little collection of blankets that you guys can thumb through and make the blankets and just keep for yourself if that's what you want. The Oya blanket collection for Boggy Creek. How is your vacation going? I hope you're relaxing. My vacation's been over. I was back to work on Monday. And yes, every day, 12 hours a day, sometimes more. Yes, on a good day, I'm out in 12 hours. On a not such a good day, it's longer than 12. Who did I miss? Let me see. There's Denise W. and Kimberly. Hello, hello. Blanket hello to all of you guys. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to say that several times because people pop in and pop out. How many kids come through the camp? So it's 160 kids a week. And there's 52 weeks in a year. Now, are they there 365 days a year? No. But the way we're calculating for the blankets, just to have reserves, is to just think about 160 times 52. And that's the math right there. I think Nancy in her video, she actually pulled out the calculator and typed it all out and did the math in her video. But yeah, so blankets are always needed. And guess what? Like I keep saying, while we're in downtime, this is a great time actually to just, figure out your yarns. I'm using lots of scrap yarns, guys. Leftover yarns from projects, things that I'm not even, worried about touching. I'm using that yarn and I'm making the blankets and I'm packing it and I'm stacking it, right? So Yep, 160 times 52, 83.29 blankets. And so we did 3,255. So if you do the math, there you go. Oh, 83.20 is still a lot, Karen, right? It's totally good. Sugar left me a message. What did she say? One, you're a bicentennial man. You do all the things. Well, listen, I very humbly say to you that I do some of the things. I don't do all of the things. I'm working on it. Stay humble, right, guys? Stay humble. And that is what I'm all about. So, yes, the community is beyond awesome, right? The community is beyond awesome. Guten Abend. Wool is breathable, so it will work well for Florida. I do want to tell you that it's got to be machine washable and dryable. If it's hand wash, lay flat to dry, they will not accept it. So just be very wary of the fibers that you are using. Cotton is great because it's machine washable and dryable. If you're using wool, it needs to be superwash and it has to be dryable. If it's lay flat to dry, they will not take it. Just because they have so many blankets and they have to be able to process them. So yes, huge hugs to you, Michelle. Thank you so much for popping on in here. Acrylic is preferred due to allergies. Yes. Wait a minute. Can you believe my family knows you already won? Do they know me? I love that for us. I love that they know me. Love it. No, you do all the things. You are always humble. Yes, thank you. And I'm going to stay that way. Got to stay humble, right? You have to think about the wool allergies. Yes. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I believe it was said that no wool because of allergies. So my apologies. I'm sending that out there into the vibes. Acrylic. Do the acrylic, do the cottons, but no wool allergies. So yes. Thank you guys for telling me that. I forgot. I'm human. Thank you. So can I go? Did I show you guys my luck of the draw blanket? It's done. I'm ready for week 6. I put the white border on. It's already done. Hi Jaxie, welcome in. Huge hugs to you. Here is my luck of the draw number 10. I'm waiting for Trish to draw the number so I could put the next color on. It's gorgeous. It's not for Boggy Creek. This is for the house. This is for me. I am in love with this because it's got the vortex yarn. And I am in love with this vortex yarn. I did not know how much I was going to like it until I started using it. And I'm in love with this yarn. I love it. Susan, your husband thinks that you watch me too much. That's not the first time that I was told that. And I do have to say, it's all a positive, fun thing, so it's good. I love it. So let's see. Lucky you. Hello, Laney and Mark. Welcome in. Hello. Jaxie's in the house. Everyone. Oh, there's Matt. Hello, Matt. Thank you for being here. Hello, Beth and Crochet Joy. Love it. Okay, so let me show you the yarn that I got at Michael's. I almost forgot. I have yarn here. So Michael's put out new multi-yarn, and of course I had to pick some up. And so I want to show you the things. You guys want to see this yarn? I know I do. I saw it online and I had to get it. I had to get the things. One of my Joannes received over 1,000 boxes of product yesterday. My goodness gracious. I wish we received that much over here. Where do you store the blankets before you take them to Boggy Creek? So I have a storage unit that I put everything in, Samantha. Am I your crochet bestie? I like that term. Crowbro, crochet besties, right? I love that, guys. You guys are my crochet besties too. When I do the live whipping it with wands, I'm like, I need my besties. I'm gonna use that. I need my besties. Oh, okay, so let me show you. Let me show you the yarn. Let me show you the things. Let me just sort out my bag very quickly because I bought all of the colors. Wait, I'm missing a question. One, will you have written patterns for the blankets you design? Yes, every single one has a written pattern. Every one. Yep, that was the one that I made last night in 8 minutes. Crowbro, right? That's such a good. I was in the company of my admins. We were discussing the channel, and while I was talking, I was creating, and in 8 minutes, I designed a blanket. 8 minutes. I don't know how that even happened, but it happened. 8 minutes. Hello, Mateo. Welcome in. Um, that is the idea. Yes, we see everyone. We see all of you guys, whether you're in green or in gray, does not matter, or even blue. You're all here and we see every person. So huge hugs to all of you guys. Can anyone suggest a beginner's poncho? Let me think. I know that I tried to do one on the fly and I used the sedge stitch. And all these colors are nice. Hold on, I'm trying to organize them so when I show them, I don't say, oh, here's another one. Oh, here's another. Hold on. I can't believe how many I purchased. All right, so here it goes. You guys ready? Okay, I have all the yarn. Now this is the Impeccable Multis, the new colorways that they just came out with. I thought about putting it in a podcast, but no, let's do this now because I actually want to work up a project and show this as a whip. So yes, okay. Let me show you this right now. The first one here is this one. This is Loops and Threads Impeccable Multi. And this is called Greenery Multi. Greenery Multi. It's 160 yards, 3 ounces, 146 meters at 85 grams. It's a medium number 4. It's machine washable and dryable, and they suggest a 5mm hook. It's soft, it's squish, so nice. And I have 4 of those. Now, yes, so with splitty yarn, I have a specific hook that I use. I use my dots hooks for splitty yarns, and it works out beautifully. For this yarn here, if I were to choose a color, I would choose the yellow, like the lime. That's actually not yellow, it's lime. And I would choose the lime, or I would choose the darkest color, which is a hunter green, and it would make all the other colors pop. So 4 skeins of this one, and this is called Greenery Multi. So right now they have a sale online, 35% off of the yarns. So if you order at michaels.com, 35% off, and this originally is $4.99. So it's a decent price. So there's that. But wait, there's more. The next colorway that I have here is called Forsythia Branch Multi. I don't know why they decided with that long name. Forsythia Branch Multi. So it's the taupes, the creams, the yellows. Hello, Amy. Welcome in. Forsythia Branch Multi. I would automatically put like cream with this. Yes, this would definitely get a cream. And if I chose to not go with the cream, I would use like an espresso brown and just put espresso brown around this, and all of this would just pop right through. So Forsythia Branch Multi. I know I keep repeating it, but I like saying Forsythia. Forsythia. Yes, the grays would be great as well. Forsythia. Okay, I'm being silly. Let me stop. So this one here, hold on. Here's the next one. This one here is called Ocean Sun Multi. Ocean Sun Multi. Ocean Sun Multi. Now that is yellow We have an aqua blue. We have a, I guess, a royal blue, a white. It's beautiful, right? Love that. So I placed the order last night and then I went into the store and noticed that they had in store 30% off, online 35% off. So I bought some extras because I forgot how many of these I got. I really like this colorway. So it's such a good colorway. Good stuff. All right, so next. This next one is called Spring Tulips Multi. Spring Tulips Multi. And here it is. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. So it looks like we have that lime green, we have yellow, we have fuchsia, white. Yes, this is beautiful, beautiful colorway here. Now, automatically, that fuchsia colorway is what I would want to work with this fuchsia right here. If I decided to not use the fuchsia, I would probably go with, this is an unpopular opinion, I would use a dark purple. I would use like eggplant purple, like aubergine, and have this run all by itself and just let it pop and stand out behind a dark color. Or I could even use a white. I would use a white. I think white would be more seasonal, like with the spring light, fluffy, airy. Yeah, I think white would be the color I would choose with that. Yeah, now that I think about it, white would be the color. So there's that. Next, we have Hydrangea Multi. Hydrangea. And we have a sky blue, we have mauve, we have magenta. It's beautiful. Look at that. And I think any hue of purple would make this pop and stand out and be beautiful and all the things. Hello, Tracy. Welcome in. Yes, I do like that. And this goes without saying. The yardage and everything is the same. I didn't repeat any of that because I guess it was implied, right? You like that one, Mateo? So do I. I like that a lot. That's just so much fun. Okay. But wait, there's more. Meadow Flower Multi. Meadow Flower Multi. Now there's just a lot of colors happening in this one here. You have bits and bobs of the green, like right here. And then you have your magenta, you have your yellow, your white, your blue. You can run lots of different colors with this yarn because of how many different colors are in it. This is absolutely stunning. You know what color I would run with this? Green. I would run maybe this green. I don't know if it's visible, but I would use like a medium to a dark green, because think about flowers in the meadow. So green being like the grass and this being like all the flowers that you're creating with your stitches. So this here would be, let me just say the name again, Meadow Flower Multi. Yeah, I would run green with this so that all of this could pop. That's gorgeous. But the reality is you can run tons of different colors with this because of how many different colors are in here. Do you mean alternate colors? Or no, separate, not run together. Like do this by itself and then use another color by itself. So this is brand new yarn for those of you guys coming in. New colorways brought to you by Michaels. And last but not least, I do have, it's called New Galaxy Multi. New Galaxy Multi. You had to have known they were going to do one in the grays, like a monochromatic colorway, color story here. So it's all the grays, and then of course you have your white. The amazing thing about this is that the color that you work with this is what's going to make it pop. So if you have a lot of colors in your stash that you're trying to get rid of and you need something to, I guess, balance it out, use this because it doesn't have color to it. It's literally the grays, right? So if you've got like 7 or 8 different colors that you want to put into a blanket, use this to kind of balance out all those other colors, because this can be your buffer. Yes, black, white, and red all over, yes. And the best part about the grays is it can literally go with any color. It can go with any color. You know, you name it, it can go, because this is a muted neutral. So yeah, there's that. Now this other bag of yarn that I have, it's not new to any of us, but I'm going to show it anyway because we're here. So, as they say, while I have you, I have loops and threads, impeccable in white, 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 and white. So 4 skeins. I'm looking at cakes across the table. So 4 skeins of impeccable in white. And again, I plan on making this a whip, so I needed this for that. So, new Galaxy, add to cart, 12 please, baker's dozen, right? So, yep. And let me see, last but not least, I had to stock up on this yarn here. So this here is Loops and Threads Soft Classic. I love this yarn. 354 yards, 7 ounces, 324 meters at 198 grams. It's a medium 4-weight yarn. It's machine washable and dryable. They suggest a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and it's just all the things. It's 100% acrylic, and I needed some for my stash because if you look at my wall, I have no white. Look at this. I have no white in my on my wall here. Look. There's no white on my stash. I have the cream over there, but that's, yeah, I have no white. So I needed to get the white for the stash. I can't believe I just took you on a field trip. I didn't even ask first. I'm sorry. Oh, so anyway, guys, I need another sip of my coffee. Now Snow White, no white. Right. I have no white over here. I think I have Aran, and then I have like a cream, but no white. And I needed it, so. Matt, I agree with you. They're the only store right now, you know, that we can go to outside of like Walmart. So they need to come up with more choices, you know. With the gray multi, I would use hot red or neon yellow. The choices are there, Sherry. You can literally use whatever you want. That's the best part about that yarn. Now, the one that I'm most excited about is the one that I only have 1 skein of. This one. I'm the most excited about this because to me, it's the most challenging one. It's just so many colors in there. It's like, I don't know, an Easter egg hunt in a skein. There's just so much to unpack in this, you know? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, what? Yes, Hobby Lobby. I forgot about Hobby Lobby. But Hobby Lobby's every other week, right? 30% off. But if you're in a pinch and you need to go, then you're gonna have to pay the $5 per skein. But you're absolutely correct. Let's see. Okay, another sip of the coffee. So, how many of you guys have used the Supernova yarn? I've only used it like once or twice. Anyone else? How do you guys feel about that yarn? I'm gonna go on a field trip right here. I have some Supernova sitting here. Um, let me show you. Thank you for popping in, Deb. Have a great night. So this one here is called Mars Landing. It's a roving yarn, and they suggest a 4mm hook. It says it's a number 2 weight yarn, machine washable, lay flat to dry. It's stunning yarn. I believe it's called something else in the UK. I believe they have something similar in the UK. But yes, you can get it over there. It reads a 3 weight yarn to me. It's a thicker 2 weight yarn. But yes, so the reason why I ask is because I'm thinking about working this up with 2 strands together, but I'm very unsure about this because it's not consistent. 1 minute it's thick, the next minute it's thin, and it's very unpredictable, you know? You can even see it where there's some pieces here that are on the thick side, but then you get other pieces that are like super, super thin, right? It's very, very, look how thin that is. So, I mean, I don't know. What would you guys make with this? It bunches up, yeah. I would agree with you, but you made a cowl with it and it was perfect. Okay. But not a blanket, nothing substantial, correct? Do I have another colorway? Yes, I do. Here's another colorway. Now that's a beautiful colorway there. These skeins say bulky weight, but they don't feel bulky. Do they change after they're knitted? Well, I heard some yarns actually swell after you wash it. So they may work up thin, but then once you put it in water and, you know, hand wash or whatever it is, they swell. And that's where they get the weight of it. Not all yarns do that, but yeah. So this one here is called Mother Earth. Wow, look at that. I think my favorite part, this and this and this. Look at that. That's so, so good. So nice. So nice. Love it. Let's see, is this what you're using on your Luck of the Draw blanket? So no. This is what I'm using for my Luck of the Draw. Let me show you this. So I'm using Big Twist Vortex. This is what I'm using for Luck of the Draw. So this one here is called Neon Rainforest. It's beautiful. This one here is called Northern Lights. Northern Lights. All of this is a medium 4 worsted weight yarn. This next one here is called Starstruck. And then the next one is called Super Bloom. Super Bloom. And then next we have Beachy Splash. Beautiful, beautiful colors. So as Trish draws numbers out of a cup, each one of these skeins have numbers that I put on it. So this is 2. Each one has a 1 through a 5. And I've been following the pattern here. And it's a basic granny square. It's perfectly squared granny square. I have that tutorial on my channel. But it's just a granny square. Something simple, classic for the house. And this is what I have so far. Stunning, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Very classic. So the unfortunate part about this whole thing is when I made the purchase of this Vortex, I only bought 1 cake of each colorway except for the one that I loved the most, which is this one. And I bought a bunch of this. And so I have enough of this to make a separate blanket. So, but the rest of this is all I have of this. So I'm going to make the best use of it and put it for this for the house so that I have it with me. Now, if I had more, I'd probably make like a Boggy Creek blanket and donate that blanket, but this is all the Vortex that I have, and so I'm going to keep it for the house. So, and I'm using a 6mm Prim. Hello, Pamela. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. Is that Star Trek colorway 1? Yes, it is. Isn't it gorgeous? This colorway right here is beautiful. This is called Starstruck. And obviously because, you know, of the dark purples and things. How many blankets do I have for the house? Well, the thing that we do here is we make the blankets, and then when we have a lot, we take the older blankets and donate them. And we keep it fresh up in the house here. Some of the more sentimental blankets we put up into the attic or we use, but if it's not sentimental or, you know, something we really want to keep, we'll donate it. And that's how we keep room in the house. Unless, of course, we're making for Boggy Creek. So in this house, when we make blankets for Boggy Creek, what we do is we put it in our storage unit. I have a storage unit away from the house that I keep everything in until it's time to show, and then I bring it back to the house and show the blankets. And my goal here, it's my little personal goal, and I'm holding myself to it, 1 boggy a week. So I'm going to crochet 1 boggy a week, and then do my usual content for my channel. So whether it's a granny square or a granny stripe or a corner to corner, doesn't matter, 1 blanket a week. And then when it's time to show, I'll show all my blankets in one fell swoop. So yeah. And plus, it's definitely a good project to work on while I'm on lives, when I do whipping it with wands, like live and things. Every week it's going to be like a different blanket, and it's not going to be a huge blanket because it's for Boggy Creek. So it works for me and it works for us. So I love that. Let's see. So I don't have a Prim hook. Can I use the Susan Bates with the Vortex? Absolutely. Yes. Use whatever you have. I use this one because of how big it is. I mean, by all accounts, I have pretty big hands, and this is perfect for me. Now, the clover hook, for me, I mean, it comes right into my hand like this. Like, that's probably how long a clover hook is. So, yeah. Anyway, I just noticed my eyes are so big. Anyway, guys. So stay tuned, guys, for this weekend. So my usual content for the weekend is going to be pretty much the same. So Saturday night we have date night. Sunday morning, like mid-morning Eastern Standard Time, we have Crochet with JTYA. It's where I do a little lesson in the beginning part, and then after that I flip the camera and we crochet together. And then Sunday night I'm on with Mom. Okay. So yes, this is my favorite hook too. I love these hooks. It's so good. Love it. Love it. Let's see. Yes, I'm going to wrap up, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to come and visit me. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the thummies. Of course, share the live, do all the things. Help a friend out, you know? Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. Bye.